Now, a supposed self-healing system called Lajin Stretch and Exercise has become a hot topic on China's internet. A Beijing news report says that since 2009, the system, which is based on an ancient Chinese exercise called Lajin, has spread across the country, with training classes bringing in millions of dollars to the founder, Xiao Hongci. Now, Xiao is originally from Hubei province in China, but he went to the US at an early age and is a naturalized US citizen. According to the paper, he claims the exercises, which stretch muscle ligaments, adjust bones and put pressure on the meridians, can relieve a wide variety of illnesses and pains. And it says that Xiao insists that with his therapeutic muscle slapping and tendon stretching, the exercise can cure almost any disease. And many devoted followers echo Xiao's claims. However, in its report, the Beijing News claimed that many Lajin patients had suffered negative effects and some had even died after following Xiao's course, which included abstaining from taking medication. In addition, the paper says Xiao Hongci was fined and deported from Taiwan for advertising his skills and practicing medicine without a license. So, what do Chinese net users think about this miracle-working DIY healing, and how do they feel about other alternatives to mainstream Western or Chinese medicine? Well, to find out, let's head over to the newsroom now, where our researcher Julia Liu has been following the discussion. Right, Julia, what's the general view? Do these Lajin stretch and exercises actually do what Xiao Hongci claims, or should possible patients think twice?
Well, from what I've seen on the internet, I have to say most net users don't believe the claims and can't understand why so many do believe it. Here's a poster from Sina.com. Is there no one dealing with this case now? If the exercise could cure diseases, then why do we still need hospitals? It's just cheating. And this poster, Du Lao from 163.com, is also skeptical, saying, "It's just ridiculous. Now people are even willing to pay money for getting a few pats. I can do that too. Any takers? And I only charge half what Hong asks." While Shi Naida on Weibo.com feels the authorities need to take some action. It's not just this scam, but also the many scam medical adverts that appear on TV. I really think the police should act against this so that people are not harmed anymore. However, it seems that some net users still feel Hong and his exercises do have their own merits. Lang Zilong is one of his supporters. "Why do you simply say it's fraud? Have you ever done this exercise?" "Well, I have, and I think it's more useful and better than medicine." And finally, Da Niu, who also posts on Weibo.com, shares his opinion, saying, "In my view, we can't deny the fact that such exercises may be helpful in some aspects, such as relieving body pains. But I really don't think this method can be applied universally. That's too dangerous."
Okay, Julia, as we mentioned earlier, Hong's not the only practitioner of alternative therapies that claim amazing cures, but many of these have been debunked in the past. So why does it seem so many people are willing to suspend disbelief where health is concerned?
Well, in fact, a lot of net users are discussing this question, and there are plenty of suggestions. For example, this poster, Sao Di Shen, feels ignorance is the problem, saying, "Why do so many people believe such fraud? In my view, I think it just proves our education system has failed." Well, in the opinion of this poster, Du Xingke from 163.com, it's the current medical system that's to blame. He says, "To be honest, I think the point is that since these days doctors only care about the sweeteners they can get rather than how to cure patients, more and more people have to find other ways of treating their own disease." And it seems this poster from China.com has a similar feeling, saying, "Don't blame these people. Why do you think they believe this? Because now it's too expensive to go to the hospital. And sometimes even if people do pay up, they still can't get the right medical treatment." While this poster on 163.com feels other groups should bear the blame. Why do we see so many quacks appearing again and again? In my opinion, some of the media and the official departments involved are responsible. Some media know the truth about these frauds, but they don't expose it and continue promoting them. And after so many similar cases, have our regulatory departments even taken any actions? No, they just leave them alone. Finally, a poster called 007 on Weibo.com admits that the way such therapies are sold makes them tempting. Whatever else, you can't deny that the way they promote these methods is infectious. And as they tell people it's so easy to do this exercise at home compared to more complicated ones, for some people, especially the elderly, it's hard to make a distinction.
Right, a lot of skepticism there, it seems. So what can be done to reduce the number of dubious medical practitioners and therapies? Are there any suggestions you've seen online?
Yes, of course. And the previous poster's suggestion about regulatory bodies and supervision is one point that comes up a lot. Li Guangdong from 163.com is one of them, saying, in recent years, more and more people begin to care about looking after their health, and it's become an important part of people's daily lives. So I think the government shouldn't ignore this and must do a better job of supervising this area and creating a good, orderly environment. Besides this, some net users also suggest that a lack of basic medical knowledge amongst the public should be addressed. Tang Ji says on people.com, proper supervision can't totally solve the problem since it can't cover all aspects. I believe people should have basic skills so they can defend themselves against charlatans. And for this, increasing general awareness of basic medical knowledge is urgent. And finally, this poster argues that civil organizations could also play a role. He says, in my view, I think we need to set up more social information organizations like they have in other countries. I believe these organizations could play a good role in preventing people falling for such similar frauds.
Okay, thanks for that, Julia. And that was China Take researcher Julia Liu with online reaction to those dubious alternative medical treatments and some of the rather extravagant claims they make. Next here on China Take, some of the top trending phrases on China's most popular search engines. Let's see what's got Chinese net users curious these days.